These are things that they will not tell you upfront. So you have to take this into consideration when you are thinking of exporting.
That sounds a lot. So, any other particular industries that you think were actually more easier to get into in exporting?
One is that food products are always a good thing to export, even though the compliances are much harder, because of the fact that food is a staple and people will always gravitate towards food products. There will always be a market for it. But more importantly, secondly, we're seeing a really big trend now in abaka style products from our customers abroad. Maybe Angel, you can talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There has been some increase about different handicrafts made by local artisans or mga weaved products or accessories, stuff like that. So and most especially the sustainable products like what do you call it, bamboo straws, bamboo toothbrush, everything sustainable. There's always a market for it because in the Western countries, they really love those. They're okay. I don't want to say, but yeah, there's a
Yes.
huge demand for that kind of
But
product.
more than that, people are also moving away from. Although fast fashion is still exists, right? Then there's a lot of products out there. There's a huge and growing demand for artisanal products as well. So what we're seeing is also trends in terms of particular weaves that are put into everyday items, for example. So there's still a value that's being placed on artisanal and items which are produced handmade, for example, right? Which is, I think, one of the skills that we can compete with. So the Philippines, just by the fact that we are a smaller country compared to, say, our neighbors like China or unfortunately Vietnam, we cannot compete because we don't have the same production capacity. But we can compete on really is our artistry, for example, our attention to detail, and more importantly, the trends that we have here in the country. Filipinos play a very, very huge component into shaping how the global trends are. So we see this, as I mentioned earlier, in ube. Coconut water is another example. And actually now we're able to compete as well as in other bamboo type products.
Yeah, and to add to that, some of the buyers are also considering the impact. So that's why we're trying to that's why we partnered with BPI CNAG to reach out to these social enterprises. Because of course we want to become is as impactful as possible. So aside from helping MSMEs, we also want to help different communities, especially the farmers or the those